All right, welcome to our Wednesday education. Callie Lemoyne here, and we are going to be talking about focus, energy, motivation, and meditation. So I'm excited from this. So this content is actually coming from a doTERRA ebook. I have a presentation that I will be sharing with you, but I will attach the ebook to the content of this video so that you can check it out yourself and have something to go back to reference to. So let's just get started. I don't want to take too much of your time. Let's see here. I'm going to pop over and share my screen. Like I mentioned. Okay, well, here we are. So focus, motivation, and essential oils, and also meditation. Let's see. All righty. This is such a fun, kind of wrap up to using our oils aromatically. So we'll kind of go over those again and how the oils and the aromas affect our mood and smell. So let's just get moving. So here, so our ability to feel focused and motivated is essential for success, no matter what type of task you are hoping to accomplish. So whether you are a third grader trying to finish a math problem, a business owner trying to balance your books, an artist creating a new piece, or a busy parent trying to complete a long to-do list, you'll need to find enough concentration, inspiration, and enthusiasm to get the job done. I'm going to try something here. If I can put the cameras together. Sorry. We'll see if this will stay stable. Maybe not. All right, sorry, didn't mean to make you sick. So let's get back to this. So it should be as no surprise that our mood can actually and our emotions be major factors when it comes to feeling focused and motivated. In most cases, our emotions are either work in our favor to help us accomplish the task at hand, or they become an obstacle that stands in our way of getting things done. So every day we're forced to deal with experiences and decisions, outside factors that can shape and influence our mood. So as humans, we can never completely escape our emotions, and typically our emotions have a significant influence on our mood, motivations, behavior, and the way we think. So I just want to add that the first step is just recognizing your emotions and when you're out of balance and when to take a step back. And so that is something that we're always can be striving to do and not reacting. Just as a principle, as I've tried to work with myself, and I've found the oils to help support this. So I'm hoping that I can give you some tools to support yourself in becoming that best self and that non-reactive self, and to get you through and to accomplish your task, right? So these are just our tools. We need to know how to use them. So while positive, uplifting emotions can help us be more focused, concentrated, motivated, or committed to a task, negative emotions can leave us feeling discouraged, disinterested, or confused, and thus limiting our ability to move forward. So we have internal experiences influence our emotion. Our response to our emotions will shape our mood. Our mood can play a major role in ability to feel focused and motivated. So positive emotions can lead to focus, concentration, and motivation. Negative emotions can lead to discouragement, disinterest, and confusion. There are many solutions to promoting focus and the motivation. Some are also more effective than others. So each individual has a unique personality and a different set of experiences, and we all view our reality differently. Is that we can have different tactics that help support us in this way. So meaning we can have different oils that help us focus and do motivate us more than a certain one. So some tasks can be difficult for one person and not so difficult for another. And among many methods of promoting motivation and focus, the use of essential oils can create that uplifting, energizing, or calming environment that propel us forward successfully. So maybe it is Mondays could be, I always yawn when I get on these. On Mondays, you can be not wanting to move forward, not wanting to do anything, like just feeling that Monday drag. So you might need something uplifting. Whereas come Friday, you're so bouncing off the walls that you need to calm yourself down, get your butt in your seat and finish your work, right? Before you head out for the weekend. So you get what where I'm coming at. So it can be different depending on us. So having the different tools to use is so important. So aromas and our mood. If I can get the slide to go. It's not going to the next slide. Okay. So our emotions, our sense of smell is one of the most miraculous ways that we experience the world. Even faint aromas can engage our sense of smell and trigger a response. Compared to animals, the human sense of smell is actually relatively weak. However, our sensitivity to aromas and odors allows us to experience responses when we encounter scent. So we often don't realize our sense of smell does more than just detect aromas. Our smell can generate certain responses depending on how the aroma interacts with the brain. So just a little refresher on this, how they interact with the brain to cause responses. So our brain processes aroma is somewhat complex. There is a simple explanation to how a specific aroma can elicit a response within us. So when something emits an odor or an aroma, the molecules from that matter float through the air and into our nostrils. Once they reach the nostrils, these molecules are picked up by the olfactory receptors found in the nose, and then the aroma is processed in the olfactory system of the brain. The olfactory system is the area of the brain that is known for controlling our sense of smell. Once the neurons detect the aroma, they send the nerve signals to the brain, which can then identify the smell. The nerve signals transmit information from the olfactory system to our limbic system, the part of the brain where emotions and memories are stored. The limbic system then creates a response based on memories, emotions associated with that particular aroma. So just a little, let's condense this real quick. So the olfactory is the part of the brain that's responsible for controlling our sense of smell. The limbic system is the part of the brain where our memories and our emotions live. And then neurons, the specialized cells, also known as nerve cells, that transmit information through signals. And then the nerve signals how the neurons communicate and transmit information to one another. So aroma is inhaled, or how does it create the response? So step one, the aroma is inhaled. Step two, the aroma is picked up by the olfactory receptors in the nose, and then the aroma is processed in the olfactory system, which controls our sense of smell. And then the neurons send the nerve signal to the brain to identify the smell. Nerve signals transmit information from the olfactory system to the limbic system, where memories and emotions are stored. And then the limbic system produces a response. So it is also found that the limbic system and the olfactory, all of that affects our organs as well. So breathing it in. So responses will vary from person to person, and the chemical makeup of essential oils is what affect us. So it just depends upon what part of the plant it came from, the way the oil is extracted, and then the chemical components that are found in the oil, and then the compounds determine the benefits of the oil when we breathe them in. So each oil has a unique chemical profile made up of a combination of different chemical compounds, and therefore there is a wide variety of ways to use essential oils to achieve a certain type of reaction in the brain. And that's why they're so awesome, because we have so many things that we can use them for. So typically the oils can be separated into two general categories of uplifting or calming. So depending on the chemical structure, the oil may have more specific characteristics in addition to being generally calming or uplifting. It also could have harmonizing, warming, cleansing, or other useful properties. To get a better idea of how the chemical components can determine the type of benefits that essential oils offer. Here are the varieties. So I'm just going to address like in general areas. So the essential oil type mint is benefits are energizing, uplifting, and invigorating properties. Then the essential oil type. So those common chemical constituents in the mint oils are ketones and alcohols. The next type would be a citrus, and the benefits are uplifting and invigorating properties. And these have monoterpenes and limonene chemical component or constituents. And then we have our florals, which are uplifting and invigorating properties. And they have the monoterpenes, alcohols, esters, linalool, and that's the calming, linalool acetate. I just hear Dr. Hill going in my ear when he rattles off all of these chemical constituents. So then we have our spice oils and their phenols and their warming properties. And then we have the herb, which are soothing, renewing, grounding properties, excuse me, esters, oxides, and sesquiterpenes. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how each of those categories. And there's also the aromatherapy chart, the mood chart that you can go to that kind of breaks it down so you can see what mood, like what the mints help with and why those combos are together, and like peace, for example. So oils and feeling focused. The chemical components found in the oils can be useful for encouraging desired responses. So because focus has so much to do with our emotions and our emotional state, they can impact our mood and provide a safe, and the oils can provide a safe, natural way to promote feelings of focus. So in addition to providing a natural solution for creating a focus-friendly environment, essential oils are extremely potent. So only a small oil is needed to be effective. So I was just sharing with somebody, less more often, and a little goes a long way. So just a reminder there for some of you longtime oil users. So the oils that are great for like for promoting our focus, let's talk about focus here, is that we need to decide if we're promoting a calming, grounding, or balancing an emotion to help encourage the focus. So you might be too busy, you might be distracted, but creating that calm environment, you can prepare yourself to focus on the task before you rather than worrying about everything else that is on your mind. So for instance, it can be helpful to promote energizing or refreshing emotions to wake up your mind and prepare for concentration. So it can be difficult to focus when you're feeling sleepy or sluggish or uninterested. And so as I was mentioning, the Monday versus the Friday, that you can decide what oils are going to help support that, right? So so for when you're using oils to promote focus, you'll want to look for oils that have calming, grounding, or balancing properties, or energizing and refreshing properties. So when the situation calls for it. So having a variety of them is so fun because you can take care of yourself, and it doesn't matter what time of day it is or what day of the week it is, you can address how you're feeling at that moment. So I have just wanted to share also combining our oils with healthy habits to promote a sense of focus. So providing our body with the proper nutrition and nourishment can help promote concentration. So you knew I wasn't going to share something without talking about nutrition and the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And as I was preparing for this, I thought, how brilliant is this idea? They have created greens for us. They've created fiber and our protein shakes, right? So you can have some meal replacements there with your protein, but getting your greens. So how about this? You're not feeling that you can focus. You're kind of think back, oh, I haven't had any veggies today, or I didn't have this with lunch, etc. Why couldn't you make up some greens and drink those down and use your oils and get your supplements in you? Because our nutritious foods can do more to help our brains function properly. So when we're getting the nutrition, we can operate at a higher level, and that is our foundation. And guess what? If you have that foundation, lifelong vitality pack, eating a good balanced diet, supplementation, everybody needs it. So you can't argue that with me. We all need it. That's just a fact. So go Google that go Google it and ask. And any research you're going to, or research or articles out there are going to tell you that we all need supplementation. So getting your lifelong vitality pack, and then your oils will work at a totally different level as well. So also getting good sleep. So using your oils to promote sleep so that you're not sluggish the next day. Shut off Netflix, take some copaiba and some serenity and get your diffuser going and drift off to sleep. So anyway, that just gives you an idea how we can use them for focus. So I talked about that. I forgot to move in my slides. So anyway, I have some diffusers blends here on the slides for you for feeling focused. So you're welcome to screenshot these. And like I said, Facebook Live, I will put the recording in so you can see them as well. So. That leans up against that. Okay, so essential oils and motivation. So just as our ability or inability to focus, we can have major impact on our day lives and our ability to find the motivation and get moving. And it can influence our success and quality of life. So it can be described as reasoning behind our actions. The reasoning can generally be categorized into two types of motivation: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So intrinsic is when internal factors cause a person to take certain actions or behave in a certain way. So when someone does something for intrinsic reasons, it might simply be because the person wants to. In other cases, an individual may act out of intrinsic motivation because a person wants to reap the internal rewards, how it makes you feel. So to me, exercise is what comes to mind. So extrinsic motivation is doing something because of external factors. So this spurs the desire for a reward or to avoid punishment or undesirable consequences. External factors can be like rewards, praise, punishment, money, social pressure, and fear of disappointing others can create extrinsic motivation and lead us to do something. So just a brief explanation of motivation. So let's talk about how oils help with motivation. So if we're faced, which we do have a specific oil called motivation, and it works. But if we're faced with a task and we're having difficulty getting it started, maybe it's the procrastination, like it's something you have to get done, but you really just have no desire to do it. Call in your motivation. And so the oils, we can, much like the focus, they can be calming or uplifting properties and can be used to create an environment that is conducive to focus. There are many oils that are uplifting, energizing as well that will help with our motivation. And so when you can create an environment that invites feelings of motivation, enthusiasm, or energy, it's easier to get things done. So using your oils to promote that atmosphere can help to get feelings of confidence and inspiration for times when you need to accomplish important tasks. So let's talk about how to use them here. So uplifting oils, we discussed all of that. And so some of those oils that are uplifting are bergamot, blue tansy, Douglas fir, grapefruit, fennel, lemon, lime, peppermint, tangerine, and wild orange. And some of our calming oils. So if you're too wound up to focus, basil, bergamot, cilantro, coriander, clary sage, jasmine, lavender, neroli. So we've got our florals in there. Seed oils, petitgrain. I do not know why I yawn every time I teach on Wednesday. Huh. Maybe I'm talking too much and not getting enough oxygen. Petitgrain, Roman chamomile, spikenard, and vetiver. Thank you for bearing with me. Sorry, a little torturous. Okay, so these are the application ideas that you can use with some of these oils. So basil can promote a sense of focus while studying, reading, or completing a task, so you can diffuse it. Motivate is great for the feelings of confidence, courage, and belief while counteracting the negative emotions like doubt and pessimism. And then diffuse frankincense oil during your morning yoga practice to focus your intention for the day, which we'll talk about meditation as well in this. And then inhale or diffuse peppermint oil for an invigorating pick-me-up. Gives you an energy boost. I love that. And the first thing in the morning, and then the wild orange, what we're going to talk about, but combining those two together. And will uplift the mood and wake you up and get you through the rest of the afternoon. And then you can also use Intune to enhance or sustain a sense of focus when you're having difficulty paying attention. Helping our children focus. So let's touch on this because this is important for them. So coriander oil makes it both relaxing and stimulating. So diffusing that nearby, if you can get a diffuser in your child's classroom, if you have a teacher that's willing to do that in a school that's open to do that, please just try. Like it is, I've offered, but I got turned down because they said they couldn't have any smells, but especially during the cold and flu season. But anyway, focus. And there are studies that prove that the smells and all that, especially after lunch. So just a little note there, so you can at least do it at home, like at homework time, etc. So when your child is also like maybe learning a new skill, practicing an instrument, or needs help concentrating, diffuse peppermint, spearmint to help them focus. The other cool thing with that is you could use this with sports. I love to use the oils with my kids to help calm nerves, to help them focus, etc. through this. So also if your children have difficulty getting ready in the morning, consider placing a citrus oil like lemon or lime in the diffuser before they wake up to help get them a jump start as well. Okay, so our meditation. So these are some oils that you can use for meditation. I'm going to go through this and then I'm going to show you my meditation and how I use the oils and follow my intuition, which I did that video yesterday, how I use my intuition to use oils in my meditation and journaling practice. So diffuse calming oils like lavender during meditation to just create that atmosphere of calm and peace. You can use balance aromatically or topically while meditating to promote harmony. Clary sage oil to the pulse points, neck, and wrist to promote a calm atmosphere for meditation. And I will just share real quick how I use clary sage is on the third eye for clarity. And especially if this is something that you're personally wanting to work on and develop and open up, clary sage and Melissa on the third eye. Just heard a testimonial of it yesterday. So apply 1 to 2 drops of spikenard to the back of the neck or the temples to promote feelings of calmness and relaxation when meditating. Spikenard is incredible for relaxation as well. And so on the big toe for sleep, you do have to take a break. And this was per Desiree Mangendog, the I'm Fabulous woman. Find her on Facebook. Follow her on social media. She's incredible. And she's actually one of our Crossline leaders. And she is just the most generous woman with her knowledge. And so you can get a lot of, like, if you're looking for the emotional aspect, she's a Chinese medicine acupuncturist. She knows all the meridians and tells you the right spots to put things to get to the heart, to get wherever it needs to go. So that's, maybe we need to do an I Am Fabulous class. That next month, I'm gonna do that for our Mother's Day month. Okay, focus, Callie. I need some of my oils that I'm talking to you about. Okay, spikenard, you do need to take a little bit of break from that, and after you use it for a while, you'll probably see why. Okay, so vetiver has an earthly base note in your meditation, so very grounding to get you secure. And I like to, those woody, earthy oils. Picture yourself as a tree with roots growing down into the ground, that you're firmly planted on the ground, and that you're centered. So great effects on the emotions. So we talked a little by combining the oils with other helpful practice. So we talked about eating healthy and getting the sleep, but exercising and moving your body. Start moving your body. If you're not, it will change your life. Like, but find something you enjoy, but and get through the tough few weeks, but it will totally change your life in all areas. And then any questions that you have that arise from this, or wanting more oil suggestions, please feel free to reach out to myself, or if you're joining us or you're in our Facebook community or on our Instagram community, which now we are there as well with education, and it's private, exclusive, VIP for you guys. Hop over there and ask us some questions. And anyway, thanks so much for spending your Wednesday, taking some time out and listening to this. I hope that it helps you. Here are some other resources. I will attach the ebook on focus, motivation, and essential oils, and you can get some more in depth there on your own. So thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.